Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm going to be making my very first 3-tier cake tray. I haven't even opened it. So before I get started, I'm going to go ahead and mix up the resin before I open this. So I'm going to a basketball game tonight, so I'm trying to get at least one video out. Thank you for all my new subscribers over the holiday weekend. It was awesome. I don't know what I did. Actually, I do know what I did. I started doing some short videos, which I normally don't even like watching myself. But I know that sometimes I will see a short video and it will take you to another place. I end up going to some of the actual full videos off of the short, and it's crazy how much it has increased my views. As a matter of fact, I posted my first one. It was of the Welch drone video in West Virginia. I flew over the side of Olaf, and it turned out really good. I was a little bit nervous because there was a gate there. But anyways, I did a short on that video. And people end up going to the full video, which was only 8 minutes long. And the first video I posted, it said 2 months ago. I had 51 views. And when I did the short, it ended up being 124 views within 2 hours. 2 hours. And then I end up getting more subscribers, which was cool. So shorts help, evidently. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to try to do some more shorts. I know my videos have been lengthy and I apologize for that. I just am overwinded. I like to do a lot of details in my videos, and I'm going to try to shorten them up, but I can't promise you. Some things do take a long time. So I have mixed 240 cc's or a little over 8 ounces in each cup, A and B, so that's like 16 ounces, say about 18 ounces because it's a little bit above that line. And I put it in a solo cup to mix them together. So I'm going to fast forward this real quick. Or actually, I'll probably just pause it right now and mix it for 3 minutes. I will be using my cool mixer, so I'm not doing this by hand. I just wanted to get most of it stirred up here. The initial part, to get it off the sides. And I should have probably used a bigger cup, quite honestly. So I will probably do that next time. So this is my mixer right here. And always wash these off right away when you use them, because this is not silicone. And if you do get one of these, I'll put the description and everything that I use. I would go ahead and put a plastic piece over this or something, because it's gotten sticky over the course of using it. And there is a USB port here for our C charger for charging this, so it's battery operated, and you don't want these to get sticky. So sometimes I'll just been doing this, just putting a wet wipe over it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause you while I mix this for exactly 3 minutes. I don't try to do less, because you do want it to get really mixed in. Take off my gloves for this so I can turn off the timer. All right, it's been 3 minutes, almost about 3.5. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and wipe it off. And I'm going to let it sit to get the bubbles to rise to the top. Thing's a little sensitive if you happen to hit it the wrong way. All right. So I had a thought in mind, and I got 2 fresh cups here. I'm going to do some, it's called Tika Rouge Cosmetic Grade Mica Powder, Pure Gold. I love this color. And then I'm going to do some pigment paste. I have something envisioned here. I think I'm going to do the whole thing in white. And then I'm going to take some of this gold foil and put it around the edges, maybe. Or I might put it in the middle because I'll probably, let's see, I do have a gold foil pen I want to do around the edges. So I'm not sure. What do you think? Let's see. Maybe put this in the middle, then white. And then I'm going to take the gold mica powder and just kind of make a marble effect. I don't know how it's going to work. Like I said, I have not done this before, but I have an idea. So hopefully it works. So I'm going to set this aside so it can get the bubbles to the top, and you wanted to get it a little bit warm. I hope I have enough. It looks a lot, so I don't know how big these are. Oop. Let's see. I normally would use a self-leveling table, but it's not that big. So let's see what we got here. We got some bolts. Evidently one of these packages came open. So they came with, you can do silver or gold, so that's good. And you can order extra if you'd like. So I'm not sure where these came out of, but I'm going to put these aside. We'll do that after I demold it, if it turns out. So it looks like they got these little things, so you can put these all together in the end. Oh boy. So I hope I have enough, and I hope my table is level. Just to take a baby wipe. Just make sure I haven't got any dust. I'm going to take, let's see, I want mostly white. So I'm going to fill this up all the way to the top. And if I have any extra, which I don't know, I'm going to make some of these hearts, get hugs I made the other day. So I have something extra there in case I end up with more. So I love this pigment paste. You don't have to use a lot like you're using alcohol inks. So you just use a little bit. I just made a little slit, so you can just put it in there. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. It was also my birthday that weekend. And I'm actually going to my birthday after the basketball game tonight with my mother. She's going to take me to eat since she didn't get to see me on my birthday. I had a lot going on with the kids and husband and... Ooh, that's pretty. I have never ever made one of these, so I'm a little nervous. Everything I start out with for the first time don't always work out. As a matter of fact, I was trying to make these little shakers, but they're not working out very well. It's still leaking on the side, so I tried it 3 times. I was going to do a video on it, doing it for my first time, and you didn't want to see that because it did not work out. So I will mention, if I do get it straight, how I got it straight and what my mistakes were. So I won't be saying I made it for the first time in my video if I do make one, which they seem to be harder to make than people are showing. So I think I'm going to have to mix some more white. I need to leave some for the gold. And I really don't need a lot of gold because I'm just going to drizzle it. Alright. Gotta get a fresh. I do not want to put resin in my paste. Hope this will be enough. So these are, I want to say 8-ounce cups. I don't even know if they're 8-ounce. They might be, what's it say? Oh, the bottom says, I got these from the grocery store, 9-ounce. 9-ounce cups. They don't look 9 ounces, but they say they are. And I didn't quite fill it all the way, so this is probably about 9 and 9 is 18, minus about 2 ounces, probably about 16 ounces just to fill these 3. See, this one I got almost full. I don't want to fill it all the way because I do have to put the gold flakes in there. And honestly, for demolding it, I'm not quite sure which is the top. So that's going to be kind of an issue here. If I flip it over, I'm guessing that might be the top. No, actually, I think this is going to be the bottom. So if you flip it over, these might have holes in them to fit these little pieces. So I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go, but good thing I'm not putting any flowers. So I'm trying to keep it simple right now until I can figure out which way it goes. I am terrible with that. I know some people say you can put water in your molds to figure it out and then put it in the freezer. I'm scared it's going to wreck the molds by freezing them. So I'm going to kind of shift this around. My resin's a little bit cold. I can tell it's not moving very freely. Might have to put the heater on it. So let's do this. I'll get another cup. And put some flakes in here. I think I'm going to change my mind and put the flakes just in the middle because I don't think I have enough to go around for the resin. So I'm going to make it look like almost like a flower middle. I believe these flakes came with one of my resins packages. Sometimes they come with these extra tools and stuff you can wear to protect yourself. Like it comes with these little paddles, scrapers, I should say. Yep, made a little bit more. I guess I should have made more. There we go. going to put a little bit around the middle. You know what I could have done? I have these beautiful, I actually might still do that. I have an idea. These beautiful gold leaves. They're my favorite. I get them from Michael's. You've probably seen other videos where I use them. So let's probably try that. And you probably shouldn't cover the middle of this little end point. So there's a good possibility I'm going to have to do another layer, probably just a clear layer. Before I demold it, because it didn't go all the way to top, which is fine, especially since this foil is thick. All right, I'll stop there, and I'm going to get some of those pretty gold flakes. So these are at Michael's. They're called Gold OR. So instead of just throwing it down there, I'm going to get a spoon. This might be pretty, actually. I'm kind of push them down. In case that is the top, you might not be able to see them too good. All right, so now let's do the gold mica powder. This you don't need a lot at all. I'm just going to drizzle this across everything. Make sure it's mixed really well. Let's see if I can drizzle. All right. So I'm going to do is kind of swirl this a little bit. push this down because it's getting a little chunky there. Make sure this part isn't covered right here. Want no resin right here, or these will not fit in there. All right. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna like this. I think I should just left the swirls out, honestly. I feel like it needs something. Let me think. I got an idea. Here's some goldish hearts right here. Let's try that. This is also from Michael's. It has a whole bunch of iridescent stars, hearts. There's silver hearts, gold stars, silver stars. Let's see. Let's just turn it to which one you want. Guess a lot of planning did not go into this. Ooh, that's actually pretty cool. And now do I want to add some right here? I put too much there. Let me see. All right, I'm going to stop there. Getting too noisy. All right. All right. Too busy. So we will come back and put some clear on it probably after the game tonight. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right, I'm back to put on the clear. Good news is my grandson won his basketball game, so that's awesome. So everything feels kind of chunky right here, but I do have lots of room for clear. So hopefully I can cover it without covering this little piece right here. And I did have some left over, so I made some pocket hugs. And they're still, I don't want to pull them out right now. I may have to put some clear on here because I can feel the hearts, but I just put the rest of the gold in there. And the little flakes and the gold mica powder. So I'm putting 9 ounce and 9 ounce, almost 3/4 the way full. Well, it's about, yeah, it's pretty much 3/4 of the way full of A and B. I'm hoping that will fill all of this. And if I have any extra, I'll put it in here. All right, so let's get started. I think I'm just going to go ahead and mix it, and then I will get back to you. All right, it's been 3 minutes. So I'm going to clean this off while the bubbles come to the surface on the cup. And you can hit the sides. The bubbles come up too. And I forgot I had done something off camera. I forgot to put my alcohol spray to minimize the bubbles on here and on these hearts. I did them off camera also just to save time. I do have another tutorial on how to do these. You can check it out. Called Pocket Hugs. So I may or may not show you that depending on time. When we demold all this tomorrow. And it's really actually pretty easy. You just attach them to a little card. I may show it again. You get a little bonus. And last time I did the Pocket Hugs, I used UV. This time I'm using regular resin, which I feel like works a lot better for stuff like this. It just seems to cure better. So I'm getting another pair of gloves because I got them messed up. And actually, I think I'm just going to use these. These are really cool. My husband gets them from Harbor Freight. Now this you wouldn't want to touch with resin, but if you're just holding the cup, you can wipe that off instead of having to reuse gloves over and over for just minor things. But you always want to wear gloves. I was in a hurry earlier today. Actually, these two match. Let's get these two. I was in a hurry earlier today and I had resin on my hands and it was not cool because I was trying to do something without my gloves on. I think it's when I was doing these because I was in a hurry to get to the basketball game. So I always wear gloves because my hands are still sticky from that. So here we go. Just pouring a coat on the top. Just little by little because I don't know how much it's going to take. I really need to focus on this center because it is where you can feel it. It is very chunky. I don't think I mixed that properly. So I'm going to just let this flow. I didn't think it was going to take all this. All right, I'm going to let it sit for a minute just in case I poured too much. It's easier to pour more in than take some out. I'm going to push these to the sides. I sure hope this is the top, but I don't think it is. I am not sure. Like I said, I'm terrible at knowing which way some of these molds go. Some of you can obviously tell, like the clocks and stuff like that. I've mentioned that in other videos. Oh yeah, this covered this perfectly. See a couple little bubbles. Just let that sit for a minute. Oh, this one pretty much went on perfectly. But I'm still going to hit the corners. You want to hit the sides, or you will have holes. But you don't want to hit them so much to where they're leaking off the side, if that makes sense. Yeah, this turned out pretty good. I think I don't need any more. Looks pretty good. Let me look at it eye level here. All right, so I'm going to wipe this off. And I want to make sure I did not cover these. You don't want to cover this. And I could use a little bit over here. I can feel these hearts on here, so I'm just going to put a very small amount because they're already almost over full. A little small amount to cover. So I need some type of brush. I had a silicone brush. Let's see. I mean this and one of these. And most of these tools will be in the description. Now if you needed to do this, you could do this. But I don't need to. I think it's pretty good. But I'm going to take this, push it to the sides so it's even. Alright, so that's done. I still have a little bit left, so what I think I'm going to do is just put some of these magical M-A-G-I-Q-U-E at Michael's. They're like holographic type sequins. Just put a little bit in there since I have some left and just make another heart. So it's always great if you have something left over, or you may have something left over, go ahead and set something aside that you can make. So you're not wasting resin. Ooh, that's actually pretty. I might be able to get 2 out of there. I'm going to try. It's going to be a stretch. Let's see if I can get one more. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some alcohol on here, and then we will wait till tomorrow to demold it. So let me get my heat gun. See, this helps spread it across so it gets to the edges. Gets the bubbles out. And it helps it cure faster. So I'll spray it one more time with alcohol. And that is it. And we will let it sit for 24 hours. All right, everybody, the moment we've all been waiting for, the demolding. So everything is smooth. It doesn't look like it, but it is smooth. I was surprised because this was very chunky. So I did good putting the clear on it. So let's go ahead and take this out. I've never done these before, like I said, so I'm assuming this is the top. So it looks like we only have 1 bolt and we need 3. So that must have been the ones that fell out. Yep. So yeah, it looks like we have some washers. So there's 2, 4, 6. So you must put one on top and one on the bottom. All right. 3 bolts, 6 washers, 3, I guess, stems. So here we go. I'll put these aside. Pocket hugs. All right. I don't know what this is going to look like. All right. So that is the one side. This is the other side. So I'm not sure if this is supposed to be the top. For some reason, looks like I got 2, yeah, because of the clear. So this to me is the prettier side. I don't know if it honestly really matters. I got a little spillage right here. I'll have to trim off. I don't know if I can do that. I'll do that later. Or sand. Yeah, to me this looks like that would be the bottom because of the white, but because I put the clear, this looks like the top. So honestly, I'm not even sure. It's weird because both sides have extra on the side here. Ooh, that one turned out pretty. So I'm not sure what these scratches are. It's kind of strange. That's when I swirled everything around. Looks like there's some scratches right here. I don't know if that's the way it came. I don't remember hitting them. I did not notice these scratches. That's good to know. All right. Actually, they all have them. That must be, I'm not sure. They all have the scratches in them. Or lines. I don't know if that's just supposed to be there. Interesting. All right. So let's see. These look identical. So that's the top. This would be the bottom. So I'm going to put washer, bolt, so let me go ahead and get a screwdriver. I didn't realize you need a screwdriver. Alright, I found my screwdriver. It was in my paracord box. I swear I need 3 of everything. So I've got 1 screwdriver. Oh my goodness. This is actually let's see. All right. I'm going to do that for the top. All right, so that's the bottom. So it looks like that's how you do that. There we go. And the middle one, so washer. I'm not sure why we have all these. I was like, I'm missing one. Lord have mercy. I just got done doing a video on making a bag holder. Like you can hold the Walmart shopping bags, Food Lion, grocery store shopping bags. I made it for a Christmas gift, so I just did a video on that. So I'll be uploading this video. Then after that, I'll upload the sewing video. I've already processed the first portion of this video. This is actually starting to look pretty. Like I said, I've never put these together, so I'm winging it. So basically it goes bolt, washer, washer, the gold stem, washer, the plate, actually the plate, and then another washer. But I guess you can watch me do it. This actually is kind of pretty. I think before I put this together, I probably should have went ahead and I'll probably just end up taking it apart, going up and cleaning up these edges and putting some gold paint around it. So, you know, let's go ahead and try. Let's try one. Let's see what it looks like. So I've got these Let's Resin chrome markers. I've got these Let's Resin 3-piece chrome markers. They're gold, silver, copper. I want to use the gold, which I haven't done the gold yet. I have used the silver on Christmas ornaments. So I'm not sure which color honestly would work. So I'm going to do a little test run on these two. I haven't used these two. The wrapper ain't even off. So I'm just going to put a little bit on here. That matches good. This is the copper. So I'm going to do other color, see which one we like better. So there's copper and gold. What do you think? I think I like the copper. I think I'm going to do... This is hard to decide. Okay, I think I'm going to do the copper. That's my first instinct. And find the cap. I don't know which cap belongs to which one. I think, yeah. So these are the best markers for stuff like this. So let's go ahead and do one. I'm going to wipe that gold off real quick. And I'll do this one just because this one didn't have any edges really that I had to sand. So this could take a while. So I'll fast forward. All right, I will finish it up later. So we have put our cake tier stand together. For some reason it wasn't going with this on, so I'm just going to have to work with it. I do want to put that on just because I think that's what you're supposed to do. So I took that off just so I could get this on for the video, sake of the video in time. So it is done. It is actually very pretty. And I do believe this is supposed to be the bottom. So I think next time this is supposed to be the top. I believe. Honestly, it really doesn't look like it matters. But I believe that's how you should do it. So I'm going to stick to that answer. If you have any suggestions, let me know. But this actually turned out amazing. Amazing. It's actually, if you really think about it, when you do the design, you can see what you're doing if you have it face up like I did. Because otherwise you have it upside down. You can't really see anything. So for the most part, I think it turned out from my very first one. It's beautiful. I just got to clean up the edges and go ahead and take the marker and go all the way around. Sorry, I thought I was done. I forgot about the pocket hugs. So here are the pocket hugs. Oh, beautiful. I'm just going to take out 2 for now. And what you do is you get these. Came with the mold. And you get these bags. And you get these double-sided tape. And all you do, this says, "A hug for you. Here is a hug you can hold in your hand, a token of love, so you'll understand that even now we may be apart, the very best hugs happen deep in our hearts." So you give it to someone special. This one turned out amazing. I don't feel the sequins like I did, so I'm glad I put some clear on there. And you take off the tape. Because you want to be able to just, it's a clear little sticker. So they can take that off, put it in their pocket if they want. And it stays on really well. And if you want to sell them, I would recommend putting your price tag right here, because you can still see through the bag. And then go like this. So I'm going to try to sell these. I have never sold these before, but aren't they cute? So that's a little bonus on this cake tier video. I did go ahead and take this apart. I decided I'm going to go ahead and just take a nail Dremel and sand around some of these edges. I had too much, as you can see. I mean, it don't look bad, but to me, I know what I did wrong, and it's only on one side, so I'm picky, so I'm gonna sand that all off. So it's gonna take me a while, I guess, to get the effect that I want, make it look nice. So I'll work on that all night tonight, and then I'll upload the videos. It might not be till tomorrow. So I'm gonna put one more sticker. That's the cool thing is they're clear stickers, so like something like this that's clear. You can't really see the sticker behind it. Isn't that cute? There is a few bubbles in here. I didn't take my time on that, but it'll be all right. That was just that's what I did with leftover resin. So there we go. Got 2 pocket hugs and a cake tier. All right, again, thank you for watching. So here's a real quick video on how to get rid of the excess on the sides. and like this. And I bought this thing off of Amazon. It's for your nails. It's actually really cool. So these come off, and you can put change them out. Sorry, this was kind of a spur of the moment deal here. Turn this off. So it has reverse, high, and low. So you spin this. That's very fast. I probably wouldn't do it that fast. And then it goes frontwards, backwards. So that's all it is to it. And it came with a little like toolbox, and it has a whole bunch of replacements for these and other things in the box. So I'll put the link in there to that, but it's really cool. Clean up edges. I usually use this for my keychains if I have an issue. So I'm going to clean this up, watch some TV, and then I will try to get this polished up and ready to put the chrome on there. And I do have a mask on, so if you wonder why I'm sounding like I'm out of breath, it's because I have I just put an N95 on for sanding, just so the particles don't get in my lungs, because they will. So always, you know, think about safety. So, all right, I'll take a picture of it when I'm done, and then we'll be done with this video.